Hey guys, and welcome to what is now a second YouTube video of mine. I firstly want to say thanks so much for all the positive comments that you gave me on my previous one, which was the review on the rose gold Tissot PRX. I didn't see a lot of good reviews on it, so I thought I would create one myself. And then I actually got inspired to just continue with the channel and see where it goes. I was also very happy to receive some feedback from various kinds of people, as well as Evan, you're terrific on YouTube, who told me that the audio quality could be a little better. So I directly rented the store, bought a new microphone, and hopefully you will hear the difference. As a means of introduction, my name is Bas, watch time it is on Instagram, and as you can see, I like watches. I also like caps. So on this channel you will be seeing a lot of different watches, a lot of different caps. Today I am wearing my Rolex Datejust 1601. How I got this watch is actually quite an interesting story, so stay tuned for a video on that story. But today we're going to talk Rolex as well. I'm sure that by now you've already consumed an unhealthy amount of watch content and opinions about the Rolex Land Dweller, but I'll still give you mine. The first time when I saw this, I thought that this was an April Fool's joke, like a lot of people thought. It looked like a mock-up. It looked like an homage watch that is actually pulled together from different designs and just turned it into a new watch. Now, I don't necessarily think there's a lot wrong with homage watches. I will be covering some of them on my channel, but it's not per se a design that I would like Rolex to come with. There's a lot of good stuff about the Land Dweller as well, but let me just start with what I absolutely dislike, and number one is the name. I think that's an opinion that's being shared with a lot of people. Land Dweller doesn't really make sense. A Sky Dweller does, a Sea Dweller, but a Land Dweller is something that I don't think really lands well, no pun intended. What I also don't like is the fact that the dial is looking so explorer-esque, has this honeycomb kind of pattern, which doesn't really look well with the rest. So I like that the Land Dweller is a new watch on its own, completely. They have this new movement, they've invested a lot in it, it's very innovative, but they just picked a horrible dial to match with it. So I'm wondering a few things now since this release. I'm wondering, what is this going to do with the secondhand market on the Oyster Quartz? What is it going to do with other watch brands? I think everyone has already jumped on the bandwagon, and almost every watch brand I feel like has made a watch with an integrated bracelet. But are we going to see a lot new watches of this concept? Our PRX is going to be more popular. Are third parties going to make flat link jubilees for the PRX? I'm just curious because I've seen a lot of questions about that. Tissot did a great job when it comes to marketing, making a little fun of Rolex, doing a little jabbing. I think whoever came up with that deserves a huge raise and a bonus. That's just funny to me. So the second thing that I want to point out is of course the new bracelet for the 1908, the Settimo bracelet. I'm probably pronouncing it wrong. If so, let me know in the comments. That bracelet looks really fine. Seeing it in yellow gold, seeing how it seems to easily drape over the wrist, that's something that gets me drooling. I think that looks incredible. I did not expect Rolex to release two completely new bracelets for two different watches. This 1908 model was not something that I expected to ever see on a bracelet, but now that Rolex has done so, I think it makes for a very interesting watch. Okay, last point about Rolex is the Sprite. I really thought it was going to be a one-off, but now they made it in white gold, and they put a Cerachrome dial on the watch, which means, you know, Cerachrome, they've already produced it in their bezels, but now also seeing it in their dials means that the dial is going to look as new in 200 years from now as it did when they were being exhibited on Watches and Wonders. Curious how you feel about that, actually. Let me know in the comments, because I think it's nice when a watch gets some patina. Let me know in the comments what you think, and if you prefer some patina or if you would like your watch to look new forever. So it wasn't just Rolex who came out with new bracelets. Oris actually did as well, just to make a jump. Their bracelet I really like. It has polished center links, and their butterfly clasp is also newly developed. I think it's very difficult to actually make a good bracelet. Looking at Seiko and Grand Seiko here, you know, they make great watches, but their bracelets often suck, and they lack the level of quality that you see on the case. and you want a watch that is of high quality and you want that reflected in every aspect of the watch. What else did I think of Watches and Wonders? I thought it was interesting to see that Tudor first went for smaller size watches with the Black Bay 54, and they now thought, what if we make a 43mm watch for those that were complaining last year about watches being too small? They come with very cool dial colors. I really like the black bezel in combination with the blue dial. The silver dial is looking good as well. I'm also very excited about that white polar GMT, but I'm curious to hear what you guys think, because I've also read some comments saying that people think that the case is a little bit too thick, and that they wish that if Tudor only made the case just a little bit thinner, it would have been a perfect watch. But yeah, Tudor is a thick boy. Of all the watches that I've seen at Watches and Wonders, what is the one that I would like to try on the most? Well, that has to be Jaeger-LeCoultre Reverso Tribute Monophase Small Seconds. And that watch is as cool as its name is lengthy. I think that bracelet is top notch. And that is actually something that, for me, that is just the essence of a good, classy watch. They really hit a home run with this. I would really love to see this watch in one of those Red Bar meetups. If I come across you and you are wearing this watch, you gotta let me try it on. If you like this video, please like the video. And if you want to see more of it, please hit the subscribe button. Do you feel very strongly about one of the releases at Watches and Wonders? Let me know in the comments. Follow me on Instagram, and I will see you on the next one. Thank you.